โอ้
เขายังไม่ออกอันนี้นี่ไม่ได้ออกนี่ไหนลองเนี้ยลองใหม่ดิ
test test low test 2 2 2 2 B ลำโพงใหญ่ดังยังมีอันเนี้ยใหญ่อ่ะอันใหญ่อ่ะแล้วแบบนี้อ่ะดังไหมอย่างนี้ดังไหมอันใหญ่อันใหญ่ดังไหม1 2 3 4มันไม่ได้ยังอันใหญ่นี่2 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4ทดสอบ1 2 3 2ทดสอบ1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8ทดสอบ2 2
ใช้7ก็พอใช้7ก็พอ7ก็พอแต่ว่าคิดว่าคืออาจารย์เดโมจะใช้ก่อนอยู่แล้ว
โหลสวัสดีนักเรียนทุกท่าน
ทดสอบ1 2 3 4 5ทดสอบ
บุญ
2 3เสียงไปไหมแบงค์ดูหน่อยชั้นแน่น1ไม่ใช่มิกชั้นแน่น1ชั้นแน่น1ไม่ใช่มิกข้างบนดิมิกข้างบนชั้นแน่น1ออนกดออนชั้นแน่น1แล้วเข็นเลเวลขึ้นไปเลยเข็นไอ้วอลลุ่มขึ้นไปเลยมาไหมเสียงมาไหม1 2 3 4ไม่มา1 2
test test
Can we test?
hello hello test
อันนี้
ก็ช่วงไหนที่จะใช้กล้องตามก็เหน็บหรือของคอ
สวัสดีแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะครับขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่คณะแพทยศาสตร์นะครับก่อนที่เราจะเริ่มดำเนินรายการเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับช่วงแรกผมจะมาแนะนำรายการคร่าวๆก่อนนะครับว่าวันนี้เนี่ยท่านผู้มีเกียรติจะได้พบกับอะไรบ้างนะครับอันดับแรกเลยเนี่ยเราจะมีคลิปแนะนำของท่านอธิการบดีสถาบันเทคโนโลยีพระจอมเกล้าเจ้าคุณหาลาดกระบังนะครับแล้วก็ต่อด้วยคำกล่าวต้อนรับของคณบดีคณะแพทยศาสตร์นะครับหลังจากนั้นเนี่ยเราจะพูดคุยกันถึงที่มาของคณะแล้วก็ความร่วมมือระหว่างคณะแพทยศาสตร์กับโรงพยาบาลศิรินธรนะครับหลังจากนั้นเนี่ยเราก็จะพูดถึงหลักสูตรแพทยศาสตร์ของเรานะครับแล้วก็การรับสมัครเข้าศึกษาสำหรับนักเรียนที่จะเข้าปีหน้านะครับ2562จากนั้นเนี่ยจะเป็นส่วนของนักศึกษานะครับเราจะมีนักศึกษามาให้ประสบการณ์นะคะว่าตลอด1 ปีที่ผ่านมาที่เรียนกับคณะแพทย์ของเราเนี่ยนักศึกษาเนี่ยมีประสบการณ์ประทับใจอย่างไรบ้างนะครับแล้วหลังจากนั้นเนี่ยเราจะมีแนะนำตึกของเรานะครับแล้วก็ส่วนต่างๆของตึกคณะแพทย์นะครับที่ท่านแขกผู้มีเกียรติสามารถเดินชมได้หลังจากเสร็จสิ้นกิจกรรมในห้องประชุมนี้แล้วนะครับแล้วก็ส่วนสุดท้ายเนี่ยก็จะเป็นส่วนถามตอบคำถามนะคะว่าถ้าแขกผู้มีเกียรติท่านใดมีคำถามเนี่ยก็สามารถถามได้ในช่วงสุดท้ายนะครับ Good morning ladies and gentlemen. Before we start our activity here, I would like to give you a brief introduction about what is going to happen here. So firstly, we have a video clip from the president of the institute to welcome everyone here. And then we're going to have the welcome remarks from the dean of the Faculty of Medicine. After that, we're going to talk about the foundation of the faculty and how do we have collaboration with the Sirinthorn Hospital. And then after that, we're going to talk about the curriculum of medicine and also how would you apply for the next academic year. And then after that, we're going to have a student section. So our student will come and give a brief their introduction about the faculty and their experience about the past semester. And then we're going to have like a virtual tour. So we're going to show what you can go and see in our building for the rest of the section. I mean, after we finish the section here, so you can walk around in the building and see what you are interested here. And finally, we're going to have the question section, which if you guys have any question, is going to be the section that you can ask the question, and we will have the people who are responsible for that question to answer your question. We're going to wait a little bit for the time to start, just a little bit more to fill the people up in this room, and please wait a moment. So firstly, because the president of the institute cannot come here, so he has some video clip.
Good morning, parents and all students. Welcome to King Mongkut Institute of Technology, Lat Krabang, or KMITL. And here's the only international faculty of medicine in Thailand. We create this faculty just for you. You that want to make a difference, want to change the world to be a better place. And if you want to challenge yourselves to be a better person, to be a better doctor, and to achieve something that higher than you think, this is the right place. I want to welcome you in the future. Enjoy being in the open house of Faculty of Medicine, KMITL. See you soon.
And that's the introduction video from the president of KMITL. So next, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Anansi Kietkajon, the Dean of Faculty of Medicine, to give a welcome remarks for everyone.
สวัสดีครับ Parents, students, colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Faculty of Medicine, KMITL, the one and only international medical school in Thailand, which is certified by Medical Council of Thailand. And thank you for your visit. There is only one point that I would like to address in these sessions, and it is about a dream. Everybody has a dream, and so do I. When I was a high school student, several years back, of course, I was very good at mathematics and quantum physics. And at that time, I believed that behaviors of each human individuals can be predicted by using some kinds of equations or models. And the only thing that we have to do is to decode the variables and how that variables interact with each other. Then I went into medical school, one of the best medical schools in the country. And professors there taught me a lot. And I could not thank them enough for giving me skills and knowledge to becoming a doctor I am today. But throughout my journey in my med school, I somehow lost my sight of dream. So when I was invited to start this medical school, I know that it is our duty to foster each individual's dream and lead by example, not to give up in doing everything. The road ahead may be challenging, and all of us, staffs and students, share the same dream that one day, sooner or later, our country will be a high-impact leaders in the world of science. Without further ado, I would like to introduce my team at our faculties. First, our Associate Professor, Dr. Prasad Trivichit Sins. Dr. Prasad is basically an OB/GYN specialist. He used to be the Vice President of Chulalongkorn University as well as the Vice Director of King Chulalongkorn Memorial Hospital at Chulalongkorn. And he came here and worked with us as the Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs. And the second, Assistant Professor, Dr. Thanyapong Ratakorn. Professor Ratakorn is a hematologist and a cancer biologist. He is the one who graduated from med school. And after that, he got the Anantamahidon Award, which is the highest, the most privileged award in the countries for health. And he had his further study as PhD in Stanford and has a postdoctoral training in Imperial College in London. And he's helping us in doing the academic affairs. A part of his specialty, he also an expert in medical education as well. And third, and look at him, he's not here right now, okay? He is Dr. Anamat Sermsuwan, who is basically a chief cardiologist at Rochelle Hospital. And right now he's helping us in doing the job in our medical services. We also have another two people, Associate Professor Dr. Ponpot Limprasad. Professor Limprasad is an outstanding professor, and he moved from Songkran Medical Schools and helping us. And he would take care of the research and the graduate studies that will be open very soon. And the final one is Dr. Chipawan Rungrit, who is an anesthesiologist, and he has further standing in pain specialties. And Dr. Chipawan will be, she is working with us as the Associate Dean for Student Affairs. And you know, deciding joining a medical school, a new medical school, which has a unique feature is engineered, and in the institute like us, like here, which is more on engineer and technological institute. It's just like a journey. So I would like to end my address by a quote from my favorite TV series, Star Trek. We shall boldly go where no one has gone before. Thank you for your coming.
Thank you very much. So next, we are going to talk about the faculty and our collaboration with Sriraton Hospital. So I would like to invite Dr. Yonchai Chongchirasiri, the director of Sriraton Hospital here, and Dr. Prasad Trivichitsin, the Associate Dean of Executive Affairs. And we're going to have Ms. Rania as a conductor for this section.
Hello, everybody. Sawadee. Very nice to see you all. Hello, sir. Hello. How's everybody feeling today? Are we sleepy? Yes, very good. Well, thank you very much for coming to our open house. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our faculty. You're going to get some more information, and we do hope that you will find our faculty, our program, a place where you'd like to study as well. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to first ask Dr. Prasad about, hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
About the way that we founded our faculty. What are the key elements of the foundation of our newest faculty here?
Yep. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my teacher, Professor Pakit, and also our old colleague, Doctor. Okay, before we go to the Faculty of Medicine, the KMITL, I would like to introduce our university first. The KMITL is originated by an amalgamation of the 3 technical colleges before. That's about the Nonthaburi Institute of Technical Communication and North Bank Technical College and Thonburi Technical College. That's the 3 institute. After that, our institute came from Nonthaburi to the Chao Kun Lat Kabang here, Chao Kun Tahan Lat Kabang campus now.
Okay.
That's our present
Where we're
location.
here right now,
that's
everybody.
right.
You're standing on history, everybody.
That's right. And after about 1986,
Yes.
we got our own act, legitimate public university, and now we move to the public autonomous university now. That means we can do supervision, operate everything.
Okay.
Our university have got a lot of KMITL innovation about the guard board, about the vehicle wheel, and also the densometer. And also, for the long history of our university,
Yes.
we have an international collaboration a lot. Many, in Asia, in Europe, and United States. That's our university.
Okay.
So do you remember that we met about 3 years ago?
Yes, we've known each other for a long time, 3 years now.
That's our first time,
Yes.
about 3 years ago. So we're moving on the Faculty of Medicine with the council, the University Council, and
Yes,
the
sir.
president. So we have a MOU with the Chulalongkorn University, just about 2 years ago, something like that. And most of all, we would like to have a big hospital and well prepared. That's we moved to the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration
Yes,
and
sir.
got an MOU just about 2 years ago. And that the BMA is a supervision of the big hospital that very less people
Yes.
know about the name. That is our princess name, Srisuttee Hospital. That's very big. Yeah, you will see next. Okay. After that, we both organization moved and got many meeting to prepare everything about the medical education, about the well prepare for the clinical year in the Srisuttee Hospital. And last not least, we moved and we built this building
Yes.
for the learning environment that everyone will see in the next section. Yeah, you see our student. Yeah, that's very happy and very, yeah, have a very good experience. So, our faculty
Yes, sir.
would like everyone to make a medical research history at our Faculty of Medicine, KMITL. Welcome, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Prasad. So it's the spirit of collaboration that brings us forward to the next journey and the next step. And as Dr. Prasad mentioned, that when we are incorporating our medical faculty here, we wanted to seek out a hospital that would be able to add value, and likewise, we add value to them as well. So we'd like to ask Dr. Yonchai, can you please tell us a little bit about Srisuttee Hospital and how we can add value together, sir?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
At first, I will show you about a video presentation in Thai language. Please show a video.อันนี้เป็นภาพวิดีโอที่ของโรงพยาบาลศิรินธรนะครับที่จะโชว์ให้ดูว่าเรามีอะไรบ้างที่ทำอยู่ก็ประมาณ6นาทีนะครับโรงพยาบาลศิรินธรเนี่ยตั้งมาได้ประมาณ16ปีแล้วนะครับแล้วก็เป็นที่ดินที่บริจาคอยู่แถวเขตประเวศติดกับลาดกระบังอันนี้นะครับห่างจากมหาลัยที่นี่เนี่ยประมาณ8กิโลถึง10กิโลนะครับแล้วก็เป็นโรงพยาบาลที่ขนาดใหญ่เดิมเนี่ยจะเป็นโรงพยาบาลที่ย้ายมาจากโรงพยาบาลวชิระนะครับมีพื้นที่ประมาณ90ไร่นะครับแล้วก็ตึกต่างๆมีมากมายแล้วก็มีเตียงทั้งหมดประมาณ400เตียงมีสตาฟ103คนนะครับมีพยาบาลประมาณ400กว่าคนตอนนี้ผู้ป่วยนอกวันละประมาณ 1,500 ถึง 2,000 คนนะครับต่อวันนะแล้วก็มีทุกแผนกทุกสาขาที่มีในโรงพยาบาลเรามีห้องผ่าตัดประมาณ22ห้องนะครับเป็นตึกใหญ่โตจุได้จริงๆเนี่ยตึกทั้งตึกเนี่ยจุได้คนไข้ประมาณ750เตียงนะครับก็เดี๋ยวอาจจะต้องรอวิดีโอนิดนึงนะครับ
It seems that we're having a slight technical difficulty with our video from Srisuttee Hospital. But while we're waiting for that, sir, can you please tell us a little bit more about your collaboration with our faculty?
อันนี้ก็จะเป็นพูดถึงเรื่องว่าเรามีโครงการที่จะเปิดโรงเรียนแพทย์อยู่แล้วนะครับกรุงเทพมหานครเนี่ยเราโรงพยาบาลศิรินธรเนี่ยขึ้นตรงกับผู้ว่าราชการกรุงเทพมหานครก็พลตำรวจเอกอัศวินขวัญเมืองนะครับก็เป็นหัวหน้าเราแล้วก็จะมีการร่วมมือทางการแพทย์ระหว่างสถาบันเจ้าคุณทหารลาดกระบังกับโรงพยาบาลศิรินธรเราร่วมมือกันประมาณ2ปีแล้วก็จะต้องเป็นโรงเรียนแพทย์ให้ได้แล้วก็เราก็ต้องผลักดันทุกอย่างตอนนี้เราได้มาตรฐานทั้งหมดแพทยสภายอมรับทั้งหมดแล้วก็เราก็ต้องเป็นมหาลัยที่อย่างที่ท่านอธิการบดีพูดถึงเราต้องเป็น new generation ของโรงเรียนแพทย์อันใหม่นะครับแล้วก็โรงพยาบาลศิรินธรเนี่ยยินดีต้อนรับนักศึกษาแพทย์ทั้งหมดแล้วก็จะร่วมมือกันสอนกับพวกเราทั้งหมดที่จะเกิดเป็นนักเรียนแพทย์นะครับซึ่งจะต้องเป็นแพทย์ที่ ที่สมบูรณ์แบบนะครับมีการทำวิจัยมีทำอะไร
Original Thai
พ้นโรคภัยกายใจก็สมบูรณ์พลานามัยแข็งแรงเป็นดึงต้นทุนหากพลาดพลั้งวันใดจนร่างกายไม่สมดุลคุณคงต้องมองหาใครสักคนที่คอยใส่ใจเชิญที่บ้านหลังใหญ่ชื่อสิรินธรเอื้ออาทรทุกคนดังพี่น้องความมั่นใจและความพร้อมเพรียงเราพรึกพร้อมทุกอย่างทันสมัยการแพทย์ยุคใหม่ไว้รองรับผู้ไม่ว่าคุณมาจากไหนไม่ว่าคุณจะเป็นใครเราพร้อมยินดีรับใช้จากชาวสิรินธรมีครบวงจรอุ่นใจแน่นอนเวลาที่คุณเจ็บป่วยไข้มาฟื้นฟูร่างกายจิตใจที่สิรินธรรับใช้มวลพ้องชนฟังบูรพาที่พึ่งพาของชนชาวกทมป่วยเมื่อใดมีความมั่นใจอยู่ใกล้คุณหมอสิรินธรน้ำนินองทรงพระราชทานขอพระองค์ทรงพระเจริญทรงห่วงใยประสบนิกรทราบซึ้งในน้ำพระทัยจากใจชาวสิรินธรพร้อมพลังเปี่ยมด้วยความหวังสร้างสรรค์สังคมให้แข็งแกร่งร่วมใจกายร่วมแรงพวกเราชาวสิรินธรคุณมาจากไหนไม่ว่าคุณจะเป็นใครเราพร้อมยินดีรับใช้จากชาวสิรินธรมีครบวงจรอุ่นใจแน่นอนเวลาที่คุณเจ็บป่วยไข้มาฟื้นฟูร่างกายจิตใจที่สิรินธรคุณจะเป็นใครเราพร้อมยินดีรับใช้จากชาวสิรินธรมีครบวงจรอุ่นใจแน่นอนเวลาที่คุณเจ็บป่วยไข้มาฟื้นฟูร่างกายจิตใจที่สิรินธรไม่ว่าคุณมาจากไหน
เป็นเรื่องราวในโรงพยาบาลสิรินธรนะครับแล้วก็โรงพยาบาลสิรินธรเนี่ยพร้อมที่จะร่วมมือกับสจรนะครับเพื่อจะผลิตแพทย์ที่มีคุณภาพที่สุดในโลกนี้นะครับอย่างที่ท่านอธิการบดีเล่าให้ฟังนะครับ
Wow, thank you very much. Everybody, please a round of applause for the wonderful and informative music video. Now we get to see a little bit about life over at Sirinton Hospital, and you can all see that once our students begin here, they will do their training at Sirinton Hospital. It'll be a wonderful collaboration between our two programs. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So next, now that we have a little bit more background on how our faculty came to be, we are going to move to our innovative curriculum. And who better than to tell us about our academic curriculum, our innovation, and all of our wonderful program details than Dr. Tanya Pong. So please welcome Dr. Tanya Pong to the stage.
Thank you very much. Welcome everyone to our program today. As you have heard about what we have been so far, and I think the most reason that you would like to be here to learn to hear about how we're gonna teach a new batch of doctors, or what we call the global doctor for Thailand 4.0. Before I'm gonna tell you about our curriculum is, I would like to show you some videos, please. You know that the world is changing, so we cannot do the same thing that we have done for 100 years. We have heard about a new kind of career or new kind of professions that is going to be emerged in the next 10, maybe 10 or 15 years from now. And many of us will be replaced by AI or some kind of machine. How are we going to deal with these threat? Or you can say that opportunities. So we as teachers have to change the way we teach students, the way we foster them, so that they can survive in the next century. So this is a short video that I pulled it from the YouTube, actually from Smithsonian Institute in America. The lights can be placed. So, oops, can we go through the next slide? I think we have a little bit of technical problem. This is the first time that we use this host, so please forgive us if there is some technical difficulties because it's also new to us. Can we go to the next slide, please? Slide number 2. Yes. So, what I'm going to tell you is how we're going to teach our students here at the KMITL. Because, as you had heard that, so many things has been changed in the world. And if we are going to do the same thing that we have done for 100 years, it might not suitable for the future. It might be good at the moment, but in the next, even 5 years or 10 years after the graduation, student won't survive. So we have to change at least the way we're going to teach or we're going to force the students. I came from Chulalongkorn University, which is one of the most prestigious medical school in Thailand. And even we are very innovative in terms of changing the curriculum, but there are something that cannot be done in an institute that has been have a root in many things that cannot be easily changed. So when I moved to KMITL together with Dr. Anand, we trying to think about how to make difference in terms of what we've been saying so far. And at that time, we also have a national conference on medical education saying that we should have some kind of curriculum that make different kind of doctors that might be suitable for the future of Thailand and also the world of the medical community. So we came up with our curriculum that have these key features that if you are interested in, it might be a good place for you to start a kind of medical education here. But if it's not, probably this is not the place for you. Our curriculum is, of course, 6-year medical curriculum, which is the basic standard medical curriculum in Thailand. We actually get students directly from high school, not at a second degree as in the United States or some countries that you have medical degree at the second degrees after your bachelor. But we do have some applicants or someone who are interested in our curriculum, even though they have graduated a Bachelor of Science or some other degrees. We also welcome you to come to our school. But you have to know that our curriculum have some outcomes that I'm going to tell you why we need this important. And also, we focus mainly on research. We want students to have first-hand experience on research. And doing thesis or doing some kind of research is obligatory for this curriculum, meaning that you cannot come here and to study for 6 years and you will graduate from our curriculum or from our school. You have to do some research. You have to use your imagination and your innovation idea to answer some scientific questions or medical questions that is important for development of healthcare and also medical community in Thailand or worldwide. As Dr. Anand and many executives says, we are the one and only international medical school in Thailand. Meaning that we start doing this at the beginning. We're trying to build our school on the international standard. And also, we would like our students to think internationally. Not just only you come here and speak English. That's not enough. It's not just only English program. And although, we are saying many things in English, but I would like our students to be fluent in Thai and also in other languages that they can work in. Of course, if you're going to deal with patients, especially patients at Silinton Hospital, you have to communicate effectively in Thai. Though that doesn't mean that, if you are very good at English or you are English native speakers and you're going to survive in this curriculum if you don't learn Thai or you don't learn how to communicate with Thai people. That's also something that we would like to focus on. having international curriculum doesn't mean that only have English curriculum, although we're going to use English for most of our courses. But in some courses or in some clinical activities, you have to speak Thai. And also, we try to build our clinical activities very early in the curriculum, meaning that in the old way of having medical curriculum, you divide it into two parts, what we call preclinical part and clinical part. You will wait until maybe the 4th year before you can get in touch with patients, or you can do some clinical activities in the patients. I think that won't work anymore in this present time. You have to have at least some clinical responsibility or clinical activities early on. Even at the first step that you get into the school, you have to at least think that you're going to be a doctor in the future. Right now, maybe you are not, but you are going to be. So you have to get some kind of feeling that you are in the medical profession early in the career. So we're gonna have our students exposed to varieties of clinical activities, maybe at Srinathon Hospital or even here on the campus, or maybe somewhere else that we're gonna have a collaboration with. So students need to know that they're going to be medical doctors, so they have to do some clinical activities early on in their life. And also, we're going to focus, because we are Institute of Technology, so we're going to focus on technology and also innovation. It doesn't mean that we're going to, get only technology. We use technology to serve us to be better doctors, to giving better care for patients. So it's not, we're gonna compete with AI or machine or those kind of technologies, but we're trying to use them as means to get at better outcome for patients' care. These are 4 outcomes that we expected from our graduates. If you are gonna be here studying medicine, it's not that we're going to make you only medical doctors, meaning that you do have professional competency or doctor competency, which are based on the Thai Medical Council educational outcomes or competency that they expect all doctors in Thailand should be able to do. But we also require you to do research, as you say. You need to demonstrate that you are competent in doing research, meaning that you should be able to think and analyze all the scientific data and conduct your own experiment to prove or disprove scientific questions that you have. So this is our strength or our focus. And I say, you won't survive in this school or you won't graduate from this school if you don't do any research. And we say that you have to do your individual research, not just only looking at after other people's experiments, but you have to do your own experiment. But of course, the experiment can be varied amongst your interests, among your capacity, among the resource that you're going to have, or even, the questions that should be appropriate for your own level of education. Of course, we're not going to say that we would like you to get Nobel Prize after you graduate from this school. No, it's not possible. But it could be, but it's not for the majority. But at least you have to do some research to answer the question. And then, of course, we are in the 21st century. We have some skills that we call 21st century skills, meaning that your innovation skill, your life skill, your learning skill, you have to be well equipped and demonstrate that you are actually going to cope with all the possible difficulty in the future, and trying to use these technologies to live in this world after you graduate from our school. And as I said at the beginning, we aim to be international. So we like you to be international as well. We have two approaches to get our curriculum. One is called transformation learning, transformative learning, which is a very fancy word that has been used for almost 20 years now. They've been trying to transform you from someone who is naive to someone who experience or have competency, or maybe you can be an expert later on if you get more and more experience in studying. And we also trying to make you think everything systematically, meaning that you have to trying to get networks, or maybe you trying to consolidate your thinking into the systematic way. So that is the theory or the approach that we base on. Let's look at some of the outcomes that we focus on. Of course, you like to be doctors. You came to medical school because you like to be medical doctors. You want to be practicing physician. And those are something that they meaning that the community or the society or your patients expect you to be. And those are regulated by Thai Medical Council. So you should be able to comply with these regulations, and meaning that you have to pass the examination, the license examination, which will be based on those things. Yeah. And then you can get those things by doing some physician tasks, which is very basic to medical education. Being a doctor, you should be able to communicate with patients. You should be able to do physical exam and interpret some lab or some imaging results, and also give some kind of treatments. Those are very specific. Which every medical school will focus on the same thing. And then, because you're going to be the 21st century doctors, or maybe I'm not sure you're going to be in 22nd. Probably some of you maybe, but I won't be there. Okay, so yeah, you need to comply with all the technology innovation that will happen in the world, and you should adapt yourself to what has been changing. And as I say, you need to do research. So we're gonna look at this capacity and also making you think globally as international doctors. So you are not just going to be Thai doctors, you have to be global doctors, meaning that you can work anywhere in the world, or you can help people, not just only looking at your own community, but you have to think globally and then act globally too. We also comply to the national and international standards, which have been, checking on us. We have been approved by what we call World Federation of Medical Education, meaning that our school is also listed in the WHO directory of medical schools in the world, and we are certified by WFME, meaning that our graduates should be able to go anywhere in the world. In terms of you should be able to take the U.S. medical license exam or UK medical exam or whatever, but also depends on your capacity. Not just automatically, you have to take all the exam. And also, you have to practice in Thailand, so you have to pass the Thai license exam. Now look at the curriculum. This is some kind of like a map that you're gonna go through if you're gonna study here. We kind of divided the curriculum into what we call, the first year is general education year, and then in year 2, year 3 will be preclinical clerkship. Year 4 will focus mainly on research, and then year 5, year 6 you do some clinical clerkships and practicum in clinical specialties. And then we will go on in details. In terms of structure of the curriculum, it's comply with the requirement of the Office of Higher Education in Thailand that you have to get at least 30 credits of what we call general education. And also, you can do some elective, free elective, meaning you can, choose to learn anything that had been offered in the university for 6 credits. So 36 credits will be something that are required by law. And then if you look into what we call specific subject, meaning that subject that is very unique to medical curriculum, we divided into 3 parts. What we call preclinical science, clinical science. This is mainly dealing with patients. And also, we focus on research. So we have a lot of credits that students can do research. Actually, in total more than 36 credits. That's equal to the credits that you are required to do in master degree. Although we are not a master degree granted program, but we require students to do research at the level of the master degree. That's the focus. And actually, this is the only curriculum in Thailand that requires students to do thesis. And this is the name of general education. So, expose you to a lot of things that diverse in terms of, science, mathematics, humanities, social science. This is some example of how we organized our class in the first year, which student will tell you later about how we're going to teach, how we taught them in the past semester and what we expect them to do in the next semester, because we just opened for the first year student this year. And then after you go to the second year, what we call preclinical clerkship, you're gonna learn how our body functions in terms of systems that regulated our bodies, like musculoskeletal system, cardiovascular, respiratory, whatever. So we're gonna learn this in the block system or in like month by month. This is very unique for medical school all over Thailand, because you have to learn and then get the exam every month or so for each system. So it's going to be a hard work. Learning medicine is not easy. It needs a lot of effort and passion. So if you would like to come to medical school, you have to prepare yourself for that. And otherwise, you might be, someone will get tired or maybe quit the study in the middle, which is something that we don't like you to do. Okay. And another third year, we're going to expose you to what we call clinical medicine, meaning that you have to understand how to approach to each symptoms or disease that the patient presented. You're going to learn how to take physical exam, how to get information from patients, and how to plan, the treatment. But not actually the real patients in the hospital, but you're going to learn how to deal with very common or very basic medical illness. And at the end of the third year, you have to do what we call biomedical research experience, meaning that you have to at least have one basic questions that you like to pursue on your study. And you kind of like, make a mock or maybe some simple studies that you can focus on. And then at the end of third year, you can take a national exam for part 1 of national license exam. These are the course that we're going to teach you in the year 2 and year 3. And then at year 4, we're going to focus you on research. Like I say, we have a lot of things to offer to you in terms of doing research. You're going to have 36 credits for doing research so far. And those research will be on your specific interest. Not everyone will do the same kind of research. So if you are interested in robotic medicine, you're going to take course in robotic medicine. You're going to take course in how you're going to devise the robots, or maybe circuit or something. Because we're going to have a lot of collaboration with institute, within the institute, meaning the faculty of engineering, faculty of architecture, faculties of IT, and also we have a lot of collaboration with institute outside, just like Chulalongkorn University and also some university in UK, US, and Taiwan. So we can also direct you to do some research that you are interested in. And at the end of 4th year, you have to present your what we call thesis proposal, meaning that something that you're gonna work on, you're gonna write your own thesis on. And then we'll let you do some clinical works in year 5 and year 6. And then at the end, you have to do what we call thesis defense. As I said, this is the only medical curriculum that requires you to defend your thesis. So it's going to be hard work, but it's going to be fun if you like to be innovative, if you like to be a researcher. I'm going to skip all this because my burden you. Yeah, this is traditional, what we have in the clinics. You do what we call clinical rotations. You go into different kind of service, medical service, mainly in Silinton Hospital, and also in the 6th year, what we call practicum year, or in Thai usually called externship, meaning that you go to work in the hospital under supervision of the attending or other senior doctors. Just want to point you to this, because some are very worried that if you do a lot of research, you're going to lose all medical skills or, the contact to patients. What I'm saying is no, because we know that you're going to be doctors. So you have to keep all the clinical works during this year. It might not be the whole week, the 24 hours clinical duties like in other medical schools. But at least you have to keep some clinical responsibility, even when you are doing research. We don't like you to just go into the lab and do only research. During those times, you still have to keep some clinical responsibility to maintain your skills, because you're going to be a doctor, right? So those are something that, we like you to know that. It's not like you're going to do only research and you won't see any patients. No. And yes, as I said, you can graduate from our school if you complete our studies. You have to pass the exam, and also you have complete your research and thesis. And you have to keep everything in what we call portfolio to demonstrate that you have achieved all the outcomes that we expect you to be. Okay? And those are something about our curriculum. Yeah, this come up very often. So you know, I've been trying to tell our students that you have to know the outcomes. If you're gonna come here study medicine, if you don't know what we expect you to do, you won't survive. So, in order to be successful, you have to know the outcomes of the curriculum, or what we would like you to be, and then in trying to achieve that in the time period that we always have, you know, the monitoring system to keep an eye on our students. What can you do after you graduate from our school? That might be the questions that you would like to know. Of course, you can be a practicing physician, and you are coming to medical schools, so you should become medical doctors. And this is required by law in Thailand if you want to become a practicing physician in Thailand. After you pass the national license exams, first year after graduation, you have to do some kind of what we call internship. You have to go to, you know, the place, meaning the hospitals or medical institute that has been certified by Thai Medical Council as an internship hospital. So you have to work there for 1 year before you get, you know, what we call a certificate of internship. And then now you can become a practicing physician in Thailand. Also, you can get into postgraduate training program. And then you are also required to do some duty for government service for 3 years, meaning that you have to sign a contract with the university and the government that after you finish your study, your medical study, you have to work for the government for 3 years. That's required by law for all Thai citizens. If you are foreigners, you are not obligated to do that. But if you are Thai citizens and you graduate from Thai medical school, you have to do 3 years of work in the government. There might be some questions about, you heard the news about, you know, how we're gonna, you know, charge you, right? If you don't do this. As it used to be 400,000 baht if you are not going to work for governments ที่เราเรียกกันว่าใช้ทุนน่ะ But as of this year from now, it's gonna be 2.5 million. Okay? But you know, working for government for 3 years will get you a lot of experience, and it's good for your medical careers. At least the first year is obligatory. If you are not going to do the first year internship, you cannot get any training in Thailand. Okay? And then after that, you can get into what we call residency training, which is conducted by the Royal Colleges and the Thai Medical Councils. Or you can work into the what we call tertiary hospital or a center of excellence. But we also would like you to pursue your career in medical research. So some of you who are interested in doing research or biomedical research, we encourage you to get PhD in medical science or biomedical science or in related subjects. Yeah, you can go into biomedical engineering, or you can go into biotechnology or whatever you like to. And you can work also in the research institute companies like pharmaceutical and medical companies, or even do your own startup or whatever. And you can also pursue your career internationally if you like. So those are options that are for you if you graduate from our school. And having a credentials in research, I mean, you have publication, you have experience in research, will get you the benefit of applying to medical school or residency training abroad, especially in the US and UK. If you have, those publication or medical research experience. Okay, who should apply? And how are you going to apply for our program? I think you have all the information, right? I think they sent out to you the information here. And those are also in Thai and in English. So you can read whatever you like. And if you don't have enough information here, you can also get into a website at KMITL, I'm sorry, this is a typo, kmitlac.th. And also look there, or if you have, any questions, you can also send the questions to me or to our page, our web page or Facebook page. So we'll try to answer you. But basically, you need to get the high school degree. But if you're going to get bachelor's, that's fine. But you need to get at least high school degree. So if you are the last year student, you still have to study in the last year. You have to finish your school. Not just like, you apply for us and then okay, are we going to quit the school? And you get accepted, No, you have to finish your school. We won't accept, other than ม.6, มัธยม 6 or year 12 for the US system and year 13 for the UK system. So you have to complete all this. So in the past, maybe some of you have only, year 11, year 12, and you get, what we call สอบเทียบ GED. No, we won't accept that. You have to finish the last year of your high school. And then you need to have some kind of scores that we can look at your academic achievement. You can either choose BMAT score or SAT score. And SAT score should be SAT2 for subject test in at least 3 subjects, including biology, chemistry, and physics or math. Okay, and there are some minimum requirement for this. And you should be able to communicate well in English. So we require you to do some, good score on those tests. You can choose whatever you prefer. And please do some writing on what we call personal statement. We're going to read that. We're going to read that very carefully. So if some of you think that you might not get good scores, but you show very good intention, or you can convince us that you are very good at studying, or you have a very high ambition for being medical doctors or medical researcher, we can also accept you. So we're going to do what we call the interview, or multiple mini interview, MMI. And we scheduled the round 1 on the 16th of January, and the second one on the 27th of March. There will be 5 stations interview, and each station will get specific questions, and we have at least 2 examiners for each station. And don't forget, because we are also part of Thai university system, you have to get into the TCAS system if you are Thai students. If you are not Thai student, fine. You don't have to get through to the TCAS. But if you are Thai citizens, you have to apply and then confirm your seat in the system. Otherwise, we won't accept you, because this is required by what we call the consortium of the Thai university presidents. Okay, these are something that I think I have to tell. I would be very happy if you have any questions so we can answer you in the last session. And that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for all of that information, Dr. Thanyapong. I'm sure right now there's a lot of questions and information and thoughts and ideas going around the room. So we're going to allow you to send your questions, if you have any, to the QR code right there so that we can prepare all of the appropriate answers, or we can help you guide yourself along the way to getting one step closer to joining our faculty. So take your time. Please go ahead and capture that QR code. Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. A very interesting thing about what Dr. Thanyapong was talking about is that innovation is not only limited to technology, it's about how we think, how we are able to pull together many different types of dynamic teachings and clinical trainings for the best outcomes possible. Okay, so take a moment. If you have any questions, please send them to our QR code. Is everybody still okay? I see some people sleeping. Please wake up. We're almost to a very interesting and very fun and happy point in our open house. So after you send your questions to the QR code, we'll go ahead and take care of all of those answers for you in just a little bit. Good job, sir. Okay. All right. Okay, so now that we have been able to talk a little bit about the faculty and the curriculum itself, let's go ahead and cater to, actually that was for the parents, right? Now let's go ahead and cater to the students. So I'd like to invite 7 of our first year medical school candidates up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little student section. So everybody come on up, give them a warm welcome, please. Hi, have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you. Join us on stage. Pass one down. All right, everybody, so these are our selected 7 students. If you can go ahead and just introduce yourself, just your name. No, you first, Nikki. We start with number 1. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nikki, and I'm a first-year student here at KMITL.
Thank you.
My name is Melbourne.
My name is Bill.
I'm Jerry.
My name is Nan.
My name is Min.
And my name is Paul.
Very good. All right, guys, so you having fun so far? You can relax, you can loosen up. Everybody, it's okay, don't worry about it. All right, so I've prepared just a few questions so that they can answer and give you a little bit of information from a student's perspective, all right? So whoever wants to answer these questions, just raise your hand or please feel free to jump out. But let's see, how about this? What are you looking for in a medical school? Oh, Jerry, thank you.
I'm looking for success for sure, but not just for myself,
yes,
but a success for this faculty and for an overall healthcare society as well. I can say that this faculty aims to produce an innovative doctors who can generate more and more richer studies for the medical community. And with these aims, it makes sure that I'll be able to be success in the future. Thank you.
Oh, very good. Well said, everybody. Let's give Jerry a round of applause. So it's not only about his own success, he would like to see our society succeed as well. I think this is one very, very important and critical component of being a very, very good doctor for the 21st century, yes? Okay. 21st century doctors is what we're talking about. All right, very good. Thank you very much, Jerry. Let's move on to the next question. Now, why did you choose KMITL? Oh, yes, Nan.
Okay, so because it's an international program and it involves innovation and technologies in the study, which I believe this will provide us a strong advocate for developments of new medical technologies and helping out people as a global doctor for better healthcare of the nation.
So you like the mix of both medicine and a little bit of technology?
Yes.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, next question. So perhaps maybe you can talk to the students or the prospective students about what advice do you have for people that would like to study here in our faculty? Oh, Nikki, pass it down. Thank you.
So the advice I have for anyone who wants to study in our faculty is to always keep your goals straight. So no matter how hard or difficult the path gets, it's like remind yourself that at the end of the day, your hard work is all worth it. So yeah, I think like this hard work pays off. That's what I would tell.
Hard work pays off. Everybody agree in the audience? Okay, all right. That actually goes in line with what our dean was talking about in the beginning of his remarks, where it's about remembering why you got started. The most important part is to not let your dream fade away. And what we do here is we foster people, right, Nikki? We foster people to follow their dreams, right? Yeah, okay, thank you. All right, next question. So starting here, what has surprised you most about medical school at KMITL? Hi.
So first of all, I would say teachers, because trust me, I have never seen anyone who are so supportive as our teacher and staff members. Oh. And also everyone are like our runpee. And yeah, and also my classmates, they are so incredible, and they are so active in classes or in debating, and yeah, that surprised me the most.
Ah, very good. What were you expecting for? You weren't expecting us to be so supportive. Was it supposed to be like really serious? And
yeah, I thought you guys were like serious and strict to the rules, but in fact you guys are so supportive and create a very perfect environment for our faculty.
Well, thank you everybody, thank you. So I suppose what she's trying to say is that medicine does not have to be boring or stuffy or too serious. We can have fun sometimes and still save lives, yes? Or?
Oh, yes.
Okay, very good. All right, very good. Moving on to the next question here. So who's involved in any student groups and activities? Let's get, okay,
yeah,
tell us about that. Thank you very much.
I'm in a fitness sports and club.
Okay.
And badminton as well.
Okay.
Like, at the end of the day, when we learn, we study, it gets stressed, we have to exercise it out. And yeah, it's really fun getting new friends, meeting new people around the university. Our faculty is not just like one faculty, but we are a part of the whole university, right? We have to know everyone to be able to adapt to the world and to Thailand as well.
Very good. So that means that when you guys finish class, you guys also interact with other faculties and other students?
That's right.
Oh, very good. So it's not just only doctors. We get a good mix. And I believe that's the ethos of our program, too, because we're not just a medical program. What we're doing is we're collaborating with our other faculties. So we're really strong in bioengineering and architecture and food sciences. All of these things will help add value to the end result and the outcomes that Dr. Tanya Pong was talking about. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, a round of applause for Nong Min. All right, let's see here. And can anybody tell me about like an aha moment that they had like in class? Oh, Melbourne, so shy. What did you really discover that you kind of, and you actually got to use what you learned in class?
So this may sound a little funny, but during our medical biochemistry and molecular biology, we were discussing about all the metabolic pathways involved in our body.
Okay.
Using the patango or a deep fried dough food as an example.
Okay.
And so there was this one day when I was eating the patango, and all the carbohydrates and lipids metabolism started coming into my mind, so which gave me an expression of like, I actually do know a lot about these things.
So a little bit more awareness when you're eating patango and you're thinking, oh my goodness, the cholesterol, oh my goodness, the LDLs, the HDLs, everything's going in my mind. Maybe put one down, just have a half. Is that right? Okay, so everybody remember that you are what you eat. Very good. Okay, thank you. A round of applause for Melbourne. Okay, and let's see, one more question. So if you could tell your past self one thing before you started medical school, what would you tell yourself? And I believe Bill is the last one to speak, so please go ahead and answer that.
Okay, so I would like to tell myself to study harder, to use my time carefully for like preparation for the entrance examinations such as SAT, IELTS, all those stuff, BMAT. And I would like to tell myself to use my time wisely, like sleep a lot before med school started and enjoy a lot of vacation.
Enjoy a lot of vacation because you don't vacay as much in medical school, right?
Yeah, we need to focus.
We need to focus. A little bit of time, find your balance. So thank you very much, Bill. And for students in the audience, that QR code is for you as well. If you have any questions for some of our first-year students, our inaugural students, please go ahead and send those to them. I promise you they will help you answer all of your questions so that you can get a real student feel about life at KMITL. So one really quick, just one word for each of you. If you could express how you feel about KMITL, our Faculty of Medicine, what would it be? I'll let you start. Nikki has to start always.
So I guess family is, yeah.
Diverse,
What's that, Robert?
diverse, diversity. As in,
Diversity. Unique.
Fantastic.
Flexible.
Better than anywhere else.
Perfect.
Thank you. And so with this, with a little snapshot of what our students are experiencing, what I'd like to say is that we're not here to prove that we're better than other people. We are here to do different things. We're here to help the community at large. There's no need to compete because medicine is for everybody. Healthcare is for everybody. So we intend to develop 21st century doctors with not only medical skills, but research skills to help bring us into the future. So thank you very much to all of our wonderful panel here. And we hope to see you all in the future. Thank you. All right, kids. Thank you. Bye. As our wonderful staff help clean up the stage, you might be seeing a lot about me today. But now, moving on into our open house, we're going to give you a little bit of a virtual tour to get you acquainted with what you're about to see later on in your real tour. So what I'd like to do is introduce Dr. Ball. Come on up here. Round of applause for him, please. He's going to be talking about some of our facilities.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kupum. Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Ratakorn, and I am going to be responsible for the mannequins outside this auditorium on the second floor, which we will give you somehow some of our devices. But I'm going to tell you, this is not the whole of what we have. We have a whole bunch of stuff that could enhance medical skills for everyone, every student that's going to come here into this medical school. Now, I'm going to start off with the first one, which is, we call it SECTRA. You might wonder, what is SECTRA, and what does this television have to do with like enhancing medical skills? Well, the SECTRA is actually like, for example, just think about this. This is like a television. Suppose it's like a table, and on that table is the patient right in front of you. So this gives you like actually something that you can really do stuff with it. For example, if like this patient is like a trauma patient that got hit by a motorcycle accident, and then you are the first doctor, what would you do with it? So this program gives you like a variety of like things to do: physical examinations, history takings, or you use like an ultrasound in the first place, like that. So what this is something that could enhance your skills before actually you go into your clinical years. Next is we have what we call the Syndever. Now, you might ask, what is Syndever? Well, it's actually a synthetic cadaver. So one important medical issue is that you have to study anatomy. So here, we actually have a synthetic cadaver for you to study medicine. Now, you might be asking, but I have to like tell you the price. This one really costs like millions. So we have this. And what's the pro of this? The pro of this is actually that, first, it's not time-consuming. Second is that you really have a clear view of the anatomy of humans. So and I would like to tell you that these fibers are actually made of like what we call very sophisticated fibers that actually is sort of like human fibers. So if you're interested, you can like have a sneak peek outside when we're finished. Next is we call this Mr. Sam. Now, Mr. Sam is some device that you can like listen to heart sounds, lung sounds, and bowel sounds. Now, when I was a medical student, I have trouble like listening to heart sounds. Really hard, and all the person that I can like listen to heart sound is my friend. So, and actually everything is like normal, so I don't know the abnormalities of the heart sounds. But this device gives you like a clear view, a clear hearing of what those abnormality sounds are. And this is that when you go into clinics, you will have like very good confidence of listening to heart sounds of human, okay? Now, next is I'm going to go on to our next issue, which Dr. Wigrom will give a talk about our laboratories here in KMITL.
Thank you very much. So apart from the settings that we have outside here, we also have laboratory, which is upstairs. If you are interested, if you go along the stairs, and the first room you will enter is the molecular biology lab, which will look like this. So as you can see, we have space available for all students to conduct their experiments. And every bench also has a screen. So whatever the instructor are showing, so we can make sure that all students can see it clearly, so what they are. For example, if we show some photos with the details, so all the students can see it very clearly. In this room, students will get to learn about DNA laboratory, doing gene analysis, and also working with chemical laboratory here as well. The next room is the microbiology lab. So this room has to be a little bit cleaner than the first room. So if you go up there, you might have restriction to walk just only some area, not all the room. But here in this room, students are gonna learn histology laboratory. They will get to work with bacteria culture or any microorganism works related. We also have cell and tissue laboratory, so students can get their hands-on experiment about cells and tissue. Apart from these two rooms, we also have a lot of equipment equipped for doing research. But due to the safety regulations, so we might not be able to show you all the equipment here. But I just would like to show you that we have all these equipments, and we can conduct various fields of research in this building. Okay, and that's pretty much everything. So if you are interested to see the atmosphere of the lab, you can go upstairs along these stairs, and we will have a staff to guide you around the third floor as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Wikum. Thank you. All right, everybody. So do you remember the QR codes just a moment ago that you sent your questions to? Did you send your questions to? Actually, yes. We actually have a lot of questions. And who better to answer those questions than Dr. Tanya Pong? Yes. Yeah. So we're going to choose just a few questions, and if we don't get to your question that you sent in, please don't worry. We will send you more information as per your request, and I'll let Dr. Tanya Pong choose the ones that are most critical at this moment.
Yeah, I've got 55 questions so far, but I think most of them are something that I have been saying so far, but maybe you didn't get it, or maybe I just didn't make it clear to you. There will be at least 3 groups of the questions that you asked. First is about how to apply to the program. Like I say, it's all the information is there. You can get into the website, or you are not sure what to do, you can send specific questions to me later. There will be some questions like, if my English is not that good, how can I apply? As I said, if you are not sure, you can apply, but you have to make yourself clear that you are really going to study. You have the strong motivation to study here. But sometimes, if you are like your IELTS, it's 6.5, but you show a very strong intention, or you have other, qualities that we are looking for. Sometimes we can also accept you. Questions like, why do we have to have 2 rounds of admission? And that's because of the TCAS system. Although we are not part of the TCAS, meaning that we do not follow the TCAS round, but we do have to report to the TCAS system according to that schedule. So the first and the second round will be pretty much the same. Everything will be the same, just only the timing. We do not require you to have portfolio for application unless you can apply for scholarship. I didn't say about the scholarship, but you can also look at the announcement that we have. Now, this year we're going to have 5 scholarships for students that are very outstanding. And the qualification will be higher than the average. You have to look there. If you have those qualifications and you are eligible for scholarship, you can also apply for scholarship, which will be different process than the application to the medical school. But you do have to complete both process in order to get scholarship. We're going to have the interview for scholarship also on the day that you will have MMI, but there will be a different kind of interview. So if you are interested in applying for scholarship, you can also complete the application. But those scholarships will be available only for Thai students. The second group of questions we asked about how we're going to teach you. I think most of you concerned about doing anatomy lab, because one of the, I'm not sure what we can say, like an advertisement for coming to medical school is you can, dissect cadaver, or you can learn what we call อาจารย์ใหญ่ ใช่ไหม You know, those are things that has been like, you know, rituals for medical school for centuries. Of course, we're gonna teach you by using cadavers. But we don't have cadaveric lab here. We're gonna use cadaveric lab at Chulalongkorn University. But we won't teach you the traditional anatomy like what I used to be taught. Meaning that we are not gonna dissect the body, the whole body, the way that, you know, anatomists or the old physicians did. But we're gonna do some what we call surgical procedures, or maybe some incision on the body in the way that the surgeons or the physicians take care of human body. So yes, you're gonna learn that, but it will be different from other medical schools. And we try to correlate those anatomical findings with what you see in the medical imaging. Meaning you're gonna learn CAT scan, you're gonna learn MRI together with surgery in the cadavers. So that would be some kind of innovation in terms of teaching anatomy. But yeah, you will get in touch to the body, don't worry. And then they will be concerned about, you know, because you're going to do a lot of research. Will you have enough clinical experience? As I say in the slide, that you will have enough experience on patients if you are willing to do so. One of the problems even in medical school that I've been teaching so far is that, you know, we have patients, we have something for you to learn, but you don't want to do. It's not about time. It's about your, you know, your interest, your responsibility. So if you are going to see patients, you have to take responsibility. And I'm very sure that, you know, our colleagues at Silintan Hospital will be very happy for you to get in touch with patients, seeing patients, you know, because having clinical experience is very essential for being good doctors. So you have to, you know, and as I say, even when you are doing research, you need to have at least one day or one, you know, morning or afternoon a week to take care of patients. You cannot just get into the lab and then do only your own research. And the last part about the questions that I got so far is that, you know, what you're going to do after you graduate here. And I say, you know, you can go into any choice that I have shown so far. You can also work for the government hospital. You can also doing some PhD, or you can also working in academic medical centers. And we encourage you to pursue your career in research. But you can also, you know, go into residency training and also going aboard to get some clinical trainings aboard. Which, you know, like I said, if you have very good records of doing research, you will be in favor for getting accepted into the program because of, you know, this is very competitive world, and then if you have good records of this experience, which is the essential skills for being successful in the 21st century, you will be easier to get accepted. There is a question of asking about how to do internship abroad. I have to tell you that internship is not something that required by the school, but it's required by Thai Medical Council. And internship have to be inside Thailand, in the hospital that is approved by Thai Medical Council in order for you to practice in Thailand. But you will be able to get some clinical experience aboard for the elective study, what we call elective clerkship. So you can get elective clerkship in the institute that we have agreement with. But to say, to tell you the truth, that it's very difficult for you as a foreigner to take care of patients outside Thailand. Because usually you go to do some observation study there, but you cannot do hand-on experience on foreign patients, which is something to be understanding. And as a medical students, you are some kind of under supervision, so they have to be responsible for whatever you doing to patients. So that might be very limited, but it's possible, but it's not something that we say that we will have all of you to go to do some clinical works outside Thailand. And those mainly questions that I think I look here and I think I should answer. But if you have specific questions, again, you can also send. I'm not trying to answer if I think this is something that I can send questions to you, the answer to you later, of course. That's it, maybe? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. So basically what I see from Dr. Thanyapong is that at our faculty, or in order to become a 21st century doctor, we actually foster the ability for you to dream. And therefore, we give a lot of our students the flexibility, the autonomy to do and become more responsible. So moving on into a more competitive workplace, we'll see that our students will shine through. We're nearing the end of our open house now, so we'd like to leave you with a little parting gift. Let me see.
I'm going to tell you about the most innovative medical school. Where innovation, technology, and medicine awakens. Welcome to the future. At the only International Faculty of Medicine in Thailand.
His pioneering effort to go beyond.
We are proud of our innovative curriculum. Our state-of-the-art labs, and our clinical training.
Our students will be engaged to excel.
Our students will help strengthen our communities.
Our students will have fun and grow together. We've got what it takes to make 21st century doctors with medical and research capabilities.
Our students will make a difference.
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 Thank you. Thank you. Lights, please. All right, so that concludes our open house. We do truly trust that you gained a lot more information about our program. You've seen a lot of the experts talking about how we came to be, the hard journey. It's finally here. We've done it, and we'd like to invite all of you to join us, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you all next year. So, Dr. Vikram.
Thank you very much, everyone. And
So we'll be starting our actual tour right after this. So this is Dr. Vikram. He's an instructor here, and my name is Saranya. I'm also an instructor here and looking after the international affairs. So if you do see any of us in orange and black, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We're always here to help. So thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
ขอบคุณมากครับ